Most drivers are damaging their automatic cars without even realizing it. In fact, over 80% make everyday mistakes that slowly reduce the life of their transmission. You might be doing some of these right now. Small habits like these seem harmless, but over time, they cause serious damage. Today, we're breaking down 7 common mistakes that quietly destroy automatic cars every single day. Ignore even one of them, and you could be staring at a $5,000 repair bill sooner than you think. Mistake number 7, ignoring the recirculation button. That small button with the circular arrow. Most drivers either don't know what it does or know exactly what it does and still never use it. Big mistake. That's your recirculation control, and using it incorrectly is quietly draining your wallet and wearing out your AC system faster than you think. Here's what's really happening. On a scorching summer day, you blast the AC while fresh air mode is on. Now your AC isn't cooling the already cool cabin air. It's trying to chill blazing hot outside air. That forces the compressor to work overtime, burns extra fuel, and shortens the life of your AC components. I've seen compressors fail before 60,000 miles, simply because recirculation was never used. The system was running at full load every drive, overheating and slowly destroying itself. And when an AC compressor goes, you're looking at $800 to $1,500, depending on the vehicle. But using recirculation the wrong way causes problems too. Leave it on constantly and moisture builds up inside the cabin. Windows start fogging. In winter, defrosting becomes a nightmare. Plus, you're breathing the same stale air over and over. Not ideal on long drives. So here's the simple rule. Hot day, turn recirculation on to cool faster and protect your AC. Cold weather or foggy windows, switch to fresh air to remove moisture and improve visibility. Your AC system was never meant to cool hot outside air non-stop. Treat it right, and it can last twice as long. Mistake number 6, switching from reverse to drive without stopping. This one is way more common than people think. A lot of drivers throw the shifter from reverse to drive while the car is still moving, and that's a huge mistake. When you do this, you're forcing the transmission to instantly reverse the flow of power. Inside, clutches and gears are being slammed under extreme stress. It doesn't feel dramatic in the moment, but internally, damage is happening every single time. Picture this: you're backing out in a rush, still rolling backward, and you snap the shifter into drive. What actually just happened? Your transmission was forced to stop itself and change direction at the same time. That's not normal driving. That's mechanical torture. Each time you shift without stopping, clutch, packs, and gears are fighting against each other. The car doesn't care that you're late. It just starts wearing itself down from the inside out. 1 second of patience can save you $4,000 or more. Ignore it, and eventually you'll notice jerking, hesitation, or the transmission refusing to shift at all. That's usually when the damage is already done. The fix is simple. Always come to a complete stop before changing gears. It takes 1 second, and it can add years to your transmission's life. And trust me, if you're ignoring this button, you're probably ignoring your fuel efficiency too. Mistake number 5, driving on empty. In most cars, the fuel pump sits inside the gas tank, and it depends on fuel to stay cool. When you constantly run low, that cooling disappears. Over time, the pump overheats, wears out early, and turns into an expensive repair. That fuel warning light has been on for days, and you keep pushing it. You think you're saving time by skipping the gas station. What you're actually doing is slowly destroying your fuel pump. The pump is designed to stay submerged in fuel. Gas keeps it cool and lubricated. When the tank is nearly empty, the pump is exposed to air, running hot and dry, exactly how it's not supposed to operate. Then there's the dirt problem. Running low stirs up sediment that settles at the bottom of the tank. That debris can clog your fuel filter, reduce performance, and in worst cases, damage injectors. Just one clogged injector can cause misfires and rough idling. Replacing injectors, that can cost $600 to $1,200. A failed fuel pump isn't cheap either. Expect $400 to $800, depending on the car. And here's something most drivers never consider. In cold weather, low fuel levels allow condensation to form inside the tank. That moisture can freeze in the fuel lines and leave you stranded when you least expect it. Fuel doesn't just move your car, it protects critical components. Driving on empty repeatedly overheats the pump, introduces air into the system, and can even throw off engine sensors. That ripple effect puts extra stress on the engine and, indirectly, the transmission too. The fix is simple. Keep your tank above a quarter full. It's an easy habit that saves thousands. If you're enjoying this video, hit the like button. It helps me bring you more car hacks that save money. And speaking of warning signs drivers love to ignore, the next mistake lights up your dashboard for a very good reason. Mistake number 4, ignoring dashboard warning lights. If you're driving around with the check engine light glowing like it's decoration, you're setting yourself up for a bad surprise. That light isn't a suggestion. It's your car telling you something is wrong right now. Too many drivers treat warning lights like background noise. I once saw a car come in with smoke pouring from under the hood. The owner casually mentioned the light had been on for 2 months. The result? A destroyed catalytic converter and a repair bill that hurt more than the breakdown itself. Sure, sometimes it's something simple, like a loose gas cap, but other times it's a misfire, low oil pressure, or a failing oxygen sensor. You won't know which one it is until you scan it. Ignoring the light is basically pretending the fire alarm will turn itself off. Industry roadside data shows that brushed-off warning lights are one of the top causes of unexpected breakdowns. If you wouldn't ignore a flashing oil light, you shouldn't ignore any warning on the dash. And it's not just the check engine light. A transmission temperature warning means overheating that can cause serious internal damage. An oil pressure light signals poor lubrication that can destroy an engine fast. A battery warning points to charging problems and the risk of being stranded without warning. These lights exist to warn you early, before a small issue turns into a massive expense. And, speaking of things drivers love to ignore, the next mistake doesn't just damage your starter, it wrecks a whole lot more. Mistake number 3, not using the parking brake. A lot of drivers believe automatic cars don't need the parking brake. That assumption is quietly wrecking transmissions. When you park without engaging the handbrake, the entire weight of your vehicle is being held by a tiny metal part inside the transmission, called the parking pawl. It's a small pin, roughly the size of your pinky finger, and it's not designed to support a multi-thousand-pound car by itself. The parking pawl was meant as a backup, not a replacement for the parking brake. Park on a hill without using the handbrake, and that little pin absorbs all the stress every single time. Over the years, it can wear down, crack, or snap. When that happens, the car can roll, sometimes unexpectedly, sometimes violently. Even on flat ground, relying only on the pawl puts extra strain on engine mounts and bushings, and there's no warning when it finally fails. I've seen parking pawls break after years of abuse, sending cars rolling into traffic, other vehicles, or worse. The worst part? The part itself might cost $30, but replacing it usually means tearing into the transmission, $1,500 or more in labor. The solution is simple. Use the parking brake every single time you park. It supports the car, removes stress from the transmission, and prevents damage that builds silently over years. The parking brake isn't just for emergencies, it's there to protect your transmission from doing a job it was never meant to do. And even if your parking habits are perfect, the next mistake destroys components from the inside out. Mistake number 2, coasting in neutral. Coasting in neutral means shifting the car out of gear while it's still moving, usually downhill, to let it roll without engine power. A lot of drivers do this thinking it saves fuel. It doesn't. You're rolling downhill. You drop it into neutral, and it feels smart. But modern cars don't work the way people think they do. When you stay in gear and lift off the accelerator, the engine actually cuts fuel completely. No fuel being injected at all. Shift into neutral, and the engine has to keep idling, which means it's still burning fuel the entire time. So instead of saving gas, you're using more of it. That's problem number 1. It doesn't improve fuel economy. Problem number 2 is control. When you coast in neutral, you lose immediate access to power. If something unexpected happens, you can't accelerate instantly to avoid danger. That delay matters. And problem number 3 is wear. Shifting back into drive while the engine is idling puts extra stress on the drivetrain. On top of that, without engine braking, your brakes do all the work. Over time, that means faster brake wear and more heat buildup. Some drivers do this for years, then wonder why their brakes wear out early or their transmission starts acting up. The fix is simple. Stay in gear. Let the car slow down the way it was designed to. It's safer, more efficient, and easier on your components. And if this surprised you, the next mistake is even more common and even more expensive. Mistake number 1, revving the engine when it's cold. I see this every winter. Someone jumps into their car, starts it cold, and immediately floors the gas like they're on a racetrack. That one habit can take years off an engine in seconds. When an engine is cold, the oil is thick. It hasn't fully circulated yet, and critical parts aren't properly protected. Revving hard at that moment forces metal components to move under load with minimal lubrication, exactly when wear happens fastest. It's not just the engine either. Cold transmission fluid is thick too. It needs time to flow and coat gears, bearings, and clutch packs. Heavy throttle before that happens puts unnecessary stress on everything. I've seen cars come in after just a few months of this behavior, with piston noise, lifter issues, and internal wear. One cold start show-off turned a quick rev into nearly $5,000 in repairs. Most engine and transmission wear occurs right after startup, especially when the throttle is aggressive. Cold pistons, bearings, and gears are forced to work before they're ready. The solution is simple. Start the car. Let it idle for 30 to 60 seconds, then drive gently for the first few minutes. That's it. No drama, no hard revs. If you think that was eye-opening, just wait. In our next video, we're revealing the maintenance tips and secrets that can save you thousands of dollars and keep your car running like new for years. Hit subscribe and stay tuned. Your car deserves better, and so does your wallet.